Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to create our first experiment, and also within that experiment, we are going to create bunch of runs. I hope you are excited. Let's get started. Okay, so we already have this code, but let me create a new file for lecture 2.py. Within this, I'll just copy this and paste it right here. Okay, now that this set experiment is basically called here, anything that I call after this line will be logged within this experiment. Okay, how do I create a run within this experiment? Since experiment has already been created, what I can do is I can start with the MLflow dot start run. Now this start run will create a context, and within this context I can do some sort of logging. But for now, let's keep it very simple, and I will log, let's say, log params. I'm calling this function log params, and let's pass dictionary here. Maybe I have a hyperparameter called, let's say, theta. Now this theta can be used here. So suppose my theta is 100 degrees. I can log this parameter here. Okay, so what I can do now is, before I can see these changes getting reflected inside my tracking server here, I need to run this script. So let's run this in a new tab. So if I open this new tab, but I will have to also activate this environment. It should have activated it automatically, but I don't know why it's not working. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll run python lecture2.py. Bunch of logs will appear. If you see here, there are bunch of things getting created here, but if you refresh, you see youthful ox 186 just got created. So I am in the demo experiment. If I go here, I am in the demo experiment. If I open this, you don't see anything. But if you notice here in the parameters section, you see a parameter called theta. Okay, so this is how you create an experiment, and you create a run within the experiment. Now this run has a ID. You see this ID here. Okay, and the reason that I mentioned that this MLflow tool is a collaborative tool is because you see this created by, if let's say you have got multiple users, you can basically see who created this particular experiment, this particular run. Okay, so I've got this run ID, and I can reference this run ID. Suppose I need to add more parameters within here. How can I do that? I can specify this run ID, and I can copy this, and in place of theta I will use theta 1, and let's run this script again. Okay, so now it's done. If I refresh it, you see my theta 1 appeared within the same run. Suppose within an experiment and within a run, this run might belong to you specifically, and there could be another run within this experiment that could belong to some other user, and you both are, let's assume that you are competing to achieve a certain accuracy. Then in that case you can use this kind of feature. So you can reference this run ID to be able to basically log, let's say. So okay, after the script is run, you grab the run ID and you can log multiple things to the same run. Okay, if you don't specify the run ID, it will automatically create a new run. So let me show you that by removing this. So if I remove this run ID, and if I run it again, and if I refresh it, you see beautiful ox and beautiful worm, youthful ox and beautiful worm. And if I open this, you see theta 1 only is appearing, and this also has a run ID. Okay, and also experiment ID also there. Let me go here and let me open the experiment. So this experiment corresponds to the ID 1. Okay, so this demo experiment is given the ID, and there is this default experiment also. This default experiment also has, let's say I don't specify this experiment. Okay, so what will happen? Let's see. Okay, so now if you see, if I open default, you see that run basically uh, basically is inside the default experiment, and this default experiment has a ID of 0. Okay, so I hope you are able to follow what I'm trying to say. Okay, now let's say I set this demo experiment again, and let's create a bunch of runs in the same script. So I'm this time creating 3 different runs, and let's uh, run this script again. Okay, so let's now go inside the MLflow experiments demo. But you see, just 5 seconds ago, there are 3 runs which got created within the same script. Now, you might not be liking this name that is given by default. You can change it by specifying a name. Run name. Okay, so suppose I want to give the run name of, let's also get rid of all of other context managers. Okay, so after I do start run, I can do run name, maybe my beautiful run. Okay, I know it's not a very thoughtful name, but let me run this now. Okay, so now if I refresh it, you see my beautiful run. Okay, so I think that I would stop myself right here. In the next video, I would like to do a deep dive into ML runs directory. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video.